Today I'm going to start new story. I'm sure you all like it, so let's get. But first, I want to tell you, this is all imagination, nothing real. So please don't take it serious, okay? Now let's start the story. Mom, you really think he'll listen to me? Ask question and look at Mrs. Jen. Mrs. Jen. Jimin, please talk him. I want to meet my sister, please. Say and looking down, Jimin. I can understand mom, but you know, young nature. Say make Mrs. Jen sadly nodded. Mrs. Jen, why you suddenly want to go there? Asked him Mrs. Jen. Last night she called me and said she is not feeling well, like she is in her last days. That's why I want to see her, please. Looking down and sadly said Jimmy, so you go alone. Mrs. Jen, no, she want to meet both of you. Say Meg, he just nodded. Suddenly door was opened and one man entered the house, fearfully black color man suit looking very handsome. Fold his sleeves showing arms. He about to go his room, but Mrs. Jen called him. Mrs. Jen Jungkook. He stopped his place and looked at him. Jungkook. Yes, turn aside and say in serious tone, Mrs. Jen, we go village, so I want you come with us, please. Jungkook. Mrs. Mr. Jen. Jungkook. I think you're going mad. There I have a lot of works and you think I leave everything and go with you? Like seriously? Shockingly asked Mr. Jen. Whole life I only think about business, but now I realize I ruin my precious moments. Say Jungkook come to living room. Jungkook. So you think if I didn't go with you also I miss precious moments? Asked to him Mr. Jen. Hope so. He didn't give answer and go behind Mrs. Jen. Start crying. Jimin, mom, calm down, okay? That Jungkook ignore everyone and go his room because today he is very angry. Next day, Mrs. Kim silently sit her seat. She is the patient of. At this moment, one beauty come out the house and see her. He smiled and said, Mom, I have one good news for you. Mrs. Kim looked at him. Mrs. Kim, what's my Tiang? Smiled and asked to him, Tiang, she called me and say they coming. You want to meet them, right? Smile and asked to her. A big smile appeared on her face. Mrs. Kim, really they coming? Ting smiled and nodded. Mrs. Kim, finally I meet her. Finally. Ting say his mom with teary eyes like he know what's going to say. Ting, okay now come you have to take some medicines. Same smile and said she nodded as though. Dear mom, Mrs. Kim, please. And now he becomes softened. Tiang, if Hyung see you here, so must be angry on me. So it's better for you. Come with me. Otherwise, you know, Hyung scold me. And I don't want him scold me. Mrs. Chan, don't worry. I stop him. He smiled and nodded. Time skip. TNC time. It's 5 p.m. He started dialing Mrs. Jen number, but there one car stopped in front of both. Mrs. Kim smiled like she know who'll come. Door open. Jimin, Mrs. Jen, Mr. Jen, and Jungkook come out the car. She smiled and come close to Mrs. Kim. She is sitting in the wheelchair. Mrs. Jin hug her tightly and start crying. On the other hand, Jimin come close to Taeyong. Jimin, how are you? Taeyong, I'm fine, cutie. And you? Jimin cheeks red because Taeyong call him cutie. He smiled and just nodded. Taeyong, hello sir. Mr. Jen, hi my son. Smile, saying hello, say and look at Jungkook who just nodded. I feel like their Yoongi come well both are same. Mrs. Jen, come with me. So please, Mr. Jen, I think we should go inside. Tiang, yes sir. They ignore Mrs. Jen. Everyone sit down. Tiang went to kitchen. Mrs. Kim, my son, you are very handsome. Jimin, but did you told me you are young? Mrs. Kim, you are my cutie pie. Jimin smiled. Jimin, it's mean you give compliment to him. Jungkook look at her. Mrs. Kim, yes, weakly. Tiang uh, come out the kitchen with some juices he gave to everyone. Tian juice bent down and tell to Jungkook. Jungkook look at him. His beautiful face attract the attention. Jimin see both. He smile. Tian can't able to look into his eyes. He don't know why. So he looking down and Jungkook come to reality. Jungkook, I did a drink of juice. Say look other side. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please tell me what you want to drink. I make it. Hurriedly said Jungkook. Look at him. He don't like. He don't like if one tried to bring him close. He don't know if someone tried to bring him close. But why he don't like if this beauty ask him? But why he like him? Ask question Jimin. The young drink black coffee without sugar. Say he nodded and go behind. Jungkook just look at him. He is looking down. There Yoongi come, Mrs. Kim meet. He is my elder son Kim Yoongi. Yoongi meet everyone and sit beside Jungkook. Both nature and same. That's why they started talking. There Taeyang come with coffee. He give to Jungkook. Taeyang, Hyung, did you need anything? Ask question to Yoongi, but Yoongi who nodded as no, so he just nodded. So he sat beside Jimin. Jimin, oh finally your work over. Say, but Taeyang chuckled to see Jimin that Jimin time to time look at Yoongi who's busy with Jungkook. Like Jimin like Yoongi. That's why he again and again look at him. Mrs. Kim Taeyang's son go and set the table. I'm sure they all feeling hungry. Weakly Taeyang, I will mom stand up and about to go, but Jimin stop him. Jimin, if you want, can I help you? Taeyang smiled. Taeyang, yeah sure, come with me. He happily go with Taeyang. Mrs. Kim eyes get teary. Mrs. Jen, what happened? Asked to her. Mrs. Kim, I am tense about my Taehyung. Low voice, Mr. Jin. And why? Mrs. Kim, as you know, doctors say I don't have time. Young is elder. He handle himself, but my Taehyung looking down and said, Mr. Jin, did you find someone for him? Asked question. He nodded as no, Mrs. Kim. Why, he is very pretty and kind-hearted boy. Mrs. Kim, I know, but my Taehyung, I know, but my Taehyung is very sensitive. Someone who love well, if you want. So think about my Jungkook, Mrs. Jin, huh? Mr. Jin, Mrs. Jin, this is my problem. You just give me answer, okay? Mrs. Kim look at Mrs. Jen. Mrs. Jen, well, Jen is right. I like Tiang and I don't have any problem if he talk with Jungkook. Mrs. Kim smiled. Then he said, really happily asked to them. Both smiled and nodded. Mrs. Kim, now I peacefully. Mrs. Jen, no, no, don't think like that, okay? Mrs. Kim smiled and nodded. There, Taehyung come. Taehyung, please, you all come. Say, make they all stand up and go. Jungkook see Taehyung who happily look at everyone. His smile is very precious, but for some people, not for everyone. Well, he don't know he liked this smile, but Mr. Jungkook know how to control his emotions. Quality man. Well, mm, on the other hand, so next scene is start. Jungkook is busy to doing his work. Suddenly door was knocked. Jungkook come in coldly. Door opened and he entered the room. Jungkook didn't look at him. Taehyung misread slow voice because he's scared to him. Jungkook listen this voice. He look up. Jungkook yes. Taehyung Auntie Chan calling you. He know why they all calling him. He is playing his fingers and said, Jungkook see he is nervous. So he don't want to scold him. That's why he said, Jungkook told them I'm busy. Sen again look at his laptop. He nodded and about to go, but he again stopped. He is thinking, Jungkook, why are you standing here? He flinched by a sudden voice. He nodded as no and hurriedly ran from there. Like Jungkook like his cuteness soul behind small smile appear on Jungkook's face. Well, Jungkook don't know, so there, Mr. Jin. Come, Mr. Jin. I think I call you downstairs. Say, Jungkook, Dad, I'm busy. That's why I didn't come. Otherwise, you call me and I surely come to you. Mr. Mr. Jin, okay, well, now listen me carefully. Jungkook closed the laptop and look at him. Jungkook, yes. Mr. Jen, I want you get married with Taeyang. Jungkook expression doesn't change, but for this, अच्छा जी. Mr. Jen, I say yes to everyone, so I want you also say yes. Jungkook, if you decide everything, so why are you telling me? Mr. Jen, it's mean you don't have any problem. Jungkook, if I say I have a problem, so you cancel this marriage. Mr. Jen, no, still you have to marry him. Jungkook, so that's why I didn't told you anything. Oh, Mr. Jen, smile, Mr. Jen. I think this is difficult for me, but to convince you, but this is very easy. Jungkook raised one eyebrow while Jungkook say no for this marriage. If he didn't say Tiang, he stand up, Mr. Jin. Okay, then I say yes to everyone. She sits and go behind Jungkook again get busy. Jimin told to Taehyung, Jungkook say yes for this marriage. Jimin, I think Taehyung, when Hyung see you first time, he fell in love. That's why he say yes. Oof, I'm so happy. How I tell you? He told to him, but Taehyung feeling shy. Jimin, oh my, Taehyung feeling shy. Taehyung smiled, but his smile faded. Jimin, what happened? Taehyung, my mom, eyes get teary. Jimin, don't worry, I listen elders talk after this marriage. Auntie, come go with us in Seoul. And Seoul doctors are very good. Jimin, don't worry. Tiang smiled. He's sitting. Its main mom will be okay one day. Happily asked to him. He nodded. Tiang feeling happy. Both sit on the bed and start to talking with each other. Suddenly there Mrs. Chen come. Jimin, what happened, mom? Mrs. Chen, I want to talk him. Go to Yoongi room and tell him Kim calling him. He nodded and go. Poor Tang. Door open and Jimin entered the room. He see this room is empty. He start to looking here and there, but he didn't find to someone. So finally he speak up. Jimin, Mr. Min Yoongi, where are you? Loudly, but no one give answer. So he about to go, but door open and Yoongi entered the room. He see Yoongi for shoot first two buttons. He's filled with sweat like he just complete his gym routine. Invite is clearly visible, but Yoongi doesn't care. He looks at him with questionable eyes. Jimin tightly closes his eyes. Yoongi sits on the bed and start to drinking the water. Yoongi, why you come here? Coldly, he open his eyes and look at him. Jimin, I come here because Auntie Kim calling you. So, please come. Say and look at him. This time he is looking very well. Jimin turned his side and about to go, but Yoongi stopped him. Yoongi, wait. Jimin stop his place. He don't have courage to look back. That's why he didn't look at him. Yoongi, give this to Taeyang. Say and give him one shirt. Jimin, huh? But why? Of his questions. Yoongi raised one eyebrow. Yoongi tell him iron this shirt. He nodded and go behind Yoongi sit on the couch. He off his shoes and went to. Door opened and Jimin entered the room with iron shirt. He is very happy when Mrs. Jen told him Tiang is busy, so you should iron it. He happily ironed the shirt and started to waiting. Door opened and Yoongi come out the his hair is fully. That's why he is busy to dry his hairs with the help of towel. He didn't wear Allahu Akbar. And then Jimin see him and shocked. He hurriedly stood up and turned his side. Yoongi, I think you don't know how to knock the door. हाथों की से नहीं तो फकार angrily. Jimin, Khan की तरह से. I am sorry. Well, this is your shirt. Say and go. Oh, so finally this day come. Today day is very important for two boys. Today Jungkook and Taeyeon going to start their new life. Everyone is here for wishing this beautiful couple. Well, Jungkook stand up on the stage stand as usual, cold face. Today he wear fully black color man suit, looking very handsome with white shirt. Today Jimin wear off-white. He is looking very beautiful. Yoongi entered the hall. He started to finding Mrs. Kim, but unknowingly his eyes catch this beauty. Yes, he is someone who is busy to talking with his friends while talking. He is laughing. Yoongi feel like now he can't move because he is looking very cute. All lights get off because it's time bright entry. Will Yoongi come to reality? He take a side and hall door open. One beauty enter the hall, wearfully white color, looking very cute and beautiful. Face fully red like he is shy. Well, in reality he is shy. Well, he started walking and Mr. Jun Jungkook coming down. Hold his hand and both stand up on the stage. Taeyeon heart start to fast to say Jungkook like strong man. When their priest come, priest, can I start? Jungkook, yes, coldly of his coldness. Priest, Mr. Kim Taeyeon, did you accept Jungkook? Taeyeon, I do, shyly. Priest and Mr. Jungkook, did you accept Kim Taeyoung? Jungkook, I do. And now, priest, now you both are husbands. May you both. Oof. Taeyoung faces place like in front of everyone. Jungkook, his hands and legs started trembling. Will Jungkook come close to him? His forehead. Everyone see this beautiful couple and start to clapping. There, one by one, people come and give best wishes. Today Jimin is sad. Today Jimin is sad because he is going back. If he go back, so how he see Yoongi, how he spend time with him, how he make Yoongi love him. Think and looking down. Well, there all family members come. Mrs. Kim looking very weak, but she is happy. Mrs. and Jimin, did you stay village for some days? After 2 weeks later, come back, Seoul. I don't want you stay here alone. Jimin about to say something, but this Goldie, uh, Yoongi, say Yoongi. No, auntie, it's okay. I am here. I handle my mom. Goldie, Jimin, no, mom. I stay here with my auntie. Smile, make Mr. and Mrs. Jan nodded. Tiang hug Jimin. Tiang, thank you so much. Jimin smiled. Jimin, well, it's okay, idiot. She is my soon-to-be mother-in-law. Tiang back to hug and look at him with shocked eyes. Jimin shyly looking down like he think how he did Tiang accept him or not? Tiang, I'm so happy. Tiang, well, all the best. Smile, make Jimin chuckle. Jungkook, okay, then Jimin stay here, but I think we should go. But Mr. Jen nodded. Taeyang meet his family and go with Jungkook. Yoongi, I think we should also go. Look at Jimin, who nodded. He about to he about to hold wheelchair, but uh, stand, but he said, Yoongi, it's okay, I can hold it. He cutely nodded and go with Yoongi. This time they looking very beautiful couple family. After a long time, Mrs. Jensen, this is your room. If you need anything, so call me, okay? He cutely nodded and go behind. He silently sit on the couch like he is waiting of Jungkook. Some time later, door was open and Jungkook entered the room. He see Taeyang, who was sleeping peacefully but very uncomfortable position. So he come close to him. Jungkook Taeyang say, but he is in deep sleep. So he picked him in his and make him comfortably lay on the bed. He is looking very cute. Allah. He is looking very cute. He bowed to him, but he nodded as no and went to. Some time later, when he come back, his phone started ringing. He attended the call. Oh, sorry, I think I disturbed you. Today is your first night, right? Jungkook, well, in reality, you disturbed me, but now you disturb me. So tell me why you call me that time, this time. Angrily asked her, I want to know that. Did you miss me? Jungkook, no, never. I have one very beautiful boy, so why I miss you? And now don't call me, I'm busy. Say and cut the call. He threw phone on the couch. Jungkook in mind. I see you. Think and smirk. He sit on the couch and started doing his work. Next day, he wake up and see Taeyang is not here. He sit on the couch. Suddenly, he listen door opening voice. He look at the door and see one beauty come out. He is looking very beautiful. He see Jungkook unscared while Jungkook stand up and come close to him. He started taking steps back like suddenly what happened to his husband. He think like Jungkook is angry because last night he slept. Now his back touched the wall. He started taking breaths, but this time Jungkook don't want to stop him. Only some seconds. Huh? Really? Okay. He rests his on chin. He tightly closes his eyes and feel. He come back. Jungkook, good morning. Say in low voice. Ching shyly smile. Jungkook says smile. Now he is nodding like if he come close to him. Well, he go and he run out the room like he don't want to face Yoongi. He don't want to face Jungkook. On the other hand, Jimin and Mrs. Kim is waiting to Yoongi. Jimin, auntie, I think you should eat your meal. Mrs. Kim, no son, my Yoongi eat with everyone. If we eat, so he skip his meal. Say make he just nodded, door open and one girl entered the house. Jimin see her. No doubt she is beautiful. She wear dress, but looking very beautiful. She wear dark color. Jimin, look at him. Look at himself. He wears simplest suit ever. Well, at this moment, Yoongi coming down, wear glasses, dark blue color man suit, looking very handsome. Mhm. Jimin her start to he see her and stop his plays. Oh, finally, you come down. I am waiting, Yoongi. Why you come here coldly? Lena, I want to meet you, Yoongi, but I don't want to meet you, so it's better for you. Go. Lena, uff, Yoongi, Mrs. Kim. Jimin, son, go and tell Yoongi come here. I'm feeling hungry. He hurriedly nodded. Jimin, Mr. Min Yoongi. Sit, Yoongi, look at this beauty. Yoongi, yes. Jimin, auntie feeling hungry. Please come. She also have to eat medicine. Yoongi nodded. Jimin about to go, but Lena said, Lena, hey, go and bring water for me. Jimin, huh? He shocked. Yoongi, you go. Coldly. He nodded and go behind Yoongi also go. Lena, oof your attitude. Think and went to dining room. Yoongi, mom, please eat. Come. Mrs. Jan. Mrs. Kim smiled. Hola. Bring Yoongi also. Mrs. Kim smiled and nodded. Hello, auntie. Mrs. Kim, hello, my dear. How are you? Lena filed or not say and look at Yoongi, who doesn't look at her. Jimin feels something fishy, but he stopped. Mrs. Jan, come eat with us. She smiled and sit beside Yoongi. Jimin feel like someone. Mrs. Kim, son, she is Yoongi, cousin Lena. Jimin, hello. Lena nodded. Lena, but who's he? Sure, Mrs. Kim, she's my son. Big smile appeared on Jimin's face like Mrs. Kim sees sadness in Jimin's face. Jimin, I am Jimin. She nodded. Yoongi, mom, night time. I come late, so eat your dinner on time. Mrs. Kim, okay, but when you come, Yoongi, don't know. Mrs. Kim nodded. Lena, auntie, can I stay here for some days? Mrs. Kim, yes, of course, my dear. Lena smiled. Lena, you are the best. Mrs. Kim smiled, but she started to coughing. Jimin hurriedly gave her water. Jimin, please don't speak while eating. Worriedly said Mrs. Jen nodded. Yoongi, Jimin, mom have today medicine. Jimin, yes, she have, but only one day. Yoongi nodded. Yoongi, give me list. I bite. Jimin nodded. Mrs. Kim, he messaged you first. Eat breakfast. He nodded. Sometime later, Yoongi by mom. Sayan left from there behind Jimin. Lena rolled her eyes. Jimin, come, let's go. Mrs. Kim nodded and held her hand. The last, this is read you all by self. Bye bye. Take care of yourselves. Sarangyo.